Hello lovelies, so we're back for our doTERRA A to Z of essential oils, and we have M is for Melissa. And to be quite honest, if I was stuck on a desert island, I don't know that I could pick one oil out of all of them, but maybe out of my top five, Melissa would be almost my number one, I think. So it is an awakening, authentic, restorative oil. I love the emotional element of it. We'll get to that in a moment. So this comes from the tops and the leaves of the plant. Now, something interesting about this, because it is a more expensive oil, and I get asked why is it expensive. Melissa has to be, and it's lemon balm. It has to be grown within 50 miles of the distillery, and once it's picked, they have to get it steam distilled or into the machine at least within 3 hours of it being picked. And you need a lot of lemon balm to make this little bottle, hence the price. Hope that makes sense. But when you learn about some of the reasons why you might want this oil, you'll realize its benefits. And what does price matter when we're talking about our happiness and our health? So it is an antioxidant, antibacterial, antidepressant, antispasmodic, antihistamine, antiviral, hypotensive, nervine, and sedative. So that gives you some ideas of some of the things that this oil can be used for. This is my absolute go-to for when life feels like it's too much and I'm just feeling super overwhelmed. Yes, I have lots of oils and I have yoga and meditation, but I still get overwhelmed by life, and I am going to just put it out there because I'm sure I'm not the only one. And so when I'm feeling like that, I'll rub this on my heart, I'll rub it on my pulse points. I'll also take a drop, tend to just turn it upside down, obviously with the cap off, and then put a drop on the roof of my mouth or underneath my tongue, and immediately I start to feel my body calming down. So this is a really good one for viral infections, colds, things like that, where your body is really kind of having to fight things out. You can put it on the bottom of your feet or down the spine. Cold sores, again, like we talked about with the tea tree, you can just put it directly on that area. Anxiety, shock, this is a great oil. You'd be using back of the neck, behind the ears, diffuse it, smell it out of the hands. Bee stings, stings in general, bites, warts, you just put these directly on the area of concern. Allergies, if you're dealing with seasonal challenges or anything that crops up in our air that is making you not feel amazing, and that happens a lot with me. Scents, dust, I've gone through the lots over the years. So putting some in the hands, and again, taking some nice deep breaths. Hypertension, palpitations, any of that, just bringing the energy down, calming. It's a restoring oil. It's a good name for it. Vertigo, so if you're dealing with all those dizzy spells behind the ears and on the back of the neck, and also eczema or eczema, as you Canadians and US folks like to call it. I'm trying to change over from my English to Canadian, but it's not always so good. And so you can massage it, dilute it onto the areas of concern. Let's go on to my favorite bit. I use this essential oil in so many of my yoga classes, either in meditation at the beginning or at the end when we're doing Shavasana and we're doing relaxation. Because this is the oil of light, and we all know that I love anything that's sparkly, anything invites us into the light, to be light workers and to not let things dim the magic that we each have inside of us. And so Melissa oil awakens the soul to truth and to light. And the truth is that we're already amazing and perfect, but somewhere along our journey of life, because we weren't born like this. We were born knowing how special we were. And then, as we move into adulthood, things shift, things change. This oil reminds us who we truly are and why we came to earth. And it invites us to just release everything and anything that is holding us back from our true potential. So I think that this oil, just like your light, can be so contagious and enthusiastic, offering us to come back to the light. So that's our Melissa oil. Beautiful oil.